Hello everyone, welcome in to Crochet Life and Stuff with Debra presents me, Debra, with the vloggy thing on this Saturday. Handy dandy notes here. Number 17 is the vloggy thing this week, and today is June 28th. Almost forgot. Got to do a little bit of overtime today. I was very excited. You know you're weird when the director of your department texts you and says, how would you feel about some overtime? Yay or nay? And you respond, yay, affirmative. Sí, por favor. I literally typed that into my text. But she's used to that from me. So anyway, got a few hours this morning. It wasn't a ton, but that did make me happy because overtime is paycheck life. Speaking of other work stuff in the life and stuff portion of this show, I do have my second interview, wish me luck, on a position within the company that I'm trying to get. It's an analyst position, and I'm really excited and I'm nervous, but it is something that's kind of right up my alley. So fingers crossed, toes crossed, eyes crossed, whatever works with that. Send some positive vibes my way because Monday is my second interview for that. To the crochet stuff, because I know that's what you're here for. It's all about the yarn, and you can't see the piles of yarn over there because, yeah, that's a thing. I got a couple of whips today. First off, the never-ending whip, the Hubby Blanket. I haven't worked on it very much. Let's see where my progress marker is. Okay. I've only done that much since the last time we spoke last week. Yeah, it's only a few rows, but it is kind of wide, so it takes a hot minute to get there. But I have been working on something else. Yeah, this one will continue. This is not going to be an unfinished object. It just may take me a while to make it a faux. But when I do, I promise you, I will do a little happy dance when I finally do get it done. Yeah. Let me toss this under here on my whip cart. I do have a whip caddy now, so that's where that goes. Another whip that I'm working on, I do washcloths intermittently while I'm doing other things. This one I started and then got really wrapped up in something else and never finished it. I have scraps of white that I'm using up, going through just some dark blue and some orange. Just trying out different things. Seeing what works, seeing what'll stick, seeing what I can not drop on the floor. But the other whip, last week, I was working on something that was going to be a tank top. Well, it was looking really boxy and I wasn't super happy with it. So I frogged the whole thing and I had gotten a bunch done and I just wasn't happy with it, So I decided to take another look at a tutorial that Cinnamon Stitches put out. I will link it below because it is cute as anything. No, I'm not done by any means. She walks you through it. It's like crocheting with a nice friend who's not real pushy about anything. It's so sweet. But this is going to be the tank top. You can see I've got the neck portion done. And then it comes down and V's underneath here. No, it's not going to be this short. Once you join it with the back, then apparently you start working in the round. I haven't quite gotten there yet. But over the last 2 days, this is what I've done when not working. But I love the way these colors work up. And now I've got yarn pulled out everywhere. This yarn is the Lion Brand Ice Cream Cotton Blend. It's 47% cotton, 53% acrylic. With the openish kind of weave that's going on, it will be doable to wear as a tank top, I think. That's the ball of it. And the colorway on this is lemon. Or citron. I think that's how you would say it in whatever language is next. But yeah, this is what the label looks like. Ice Cream Cotton Blend. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. 225 yards or 206 meters. Yeah. It's machine washable and dryable. It says I probably won't. It says it's made in Turkey, like I think most of Lion Brand is. But yeah, don't iron, don't bleach, because quoting here, why would you bleach that? Anyway, I'm loving the way it's turning out, and I will be working on that this weekend. I hope to have it finished before next week. That's how much I want to have it done. But I know as you do it, it gets bigger and it'll take longer and longer to do. Those first few rows are kind of nice and short. Let me stick this back over here so that I don't drop anything. That is it for whips. No foes this week. There's whips, there's frogs, there's no foes. Shame, shame, shame. I know, right? It's awful. I want to finish stuff, but it just hasn't been happening. Something else that will be coming up, because yes, I'm going to commit myself to doing another crochet along project thing, because apparently it's what I do now. Dittmer Knittery, Bev, is going to be having a hashtag make the bag and hashtag how I felt. A hashtag make the bag 2021, hashtag how I felt 2021. And it's not feelings like how you feel, it's felting a bag, and I'm looking forward to trying it. I have got this really cool yarn that I got from Little Knits back when Crystal Bag a Day talked about Little Knits for the first time and we all ran over there and like crashed the site. I got a bunch of stuff on sale. Had no idea what I was ever going to do with it. It's one of those things, I buy the yarn first and then the project finds it later. I think the project has found it. And yes, these are bright colors. This is going to be, I'm going to use both colors in the bag that I make. And this says right on it, knit, crochet, felt, create. This is karaoke, I think. It's not spelled like karaoke, so I'm not sure what the exact pronunciation is of this yarn. It is 50% soy silk and 50% wool, made in China. Each ball is 50 grams, 100 meters. It says hand wash, dry, flat, but it does say feltable on it. And this is a sort of, it's twisted, but it's not a heavy twist on it. I think it's almost a roving style on this, but look at those colors. Let me see if they have any color names on these guys. Why, of course not. But pretty cool stuff. I have 5 balls of each because there was a big deal, you know, if you bought 5 of something or 10 of something. And I remember getting it hella cheap. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see if it felts. We'll do the thing. I've never made a bag. I've never felted anything. Here we go. And I'm going to have a link to Dittmer Knittery down below, because this is going to be a sort of a make along, crochet along, and a contest. There's going to be giveaways and things too. And whether you're a knitter or a crocheter, you can participate. And she even says in her video, wonky is allowed. You know, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for you to try something new. Try something you haven't done before. And you can enter the contest as well, because who doesn't want to win something, right? Win something and maybe end up with a cool little bag out of it too. Just saying. I love getting stuff out of it, like making something and having an object afterwards. That to me is pretty cool. Of course, all the yarn is, yeah, I like looking at yarn. Y'all are a bunch of enablers. You know that? I'm not mad at it, but I'm just saying. Y'all are a bunch of enablers. Oh, I've lost my list. There's my list. Ah, yes. Wanted to remind you that I do have a complete flip through of this Crochet World, which is August 2021. I'll have the link to that down below. That was part of my Tuesday reviews. My next reviews are going to have to do with some food by request. So that's going to be coming up. And, oh, acquisitions. Didn't really acquire anything this week myself. However, it was Prime Day. And the hubby loves his, you know, Amazon shopping. He looks and compares and waits and blah, blah, blah. Now, you may know, we love food. We love Asian food. And I have learned to cook a lot of Korean stuff and some Chinese stuff. And I'm not talking the American versions. I'm talking, you know, traditional Korean and or Chinese type food. Love it. One thing that we have never sat and done ourselves is hot pot. because we haven't had a proper hot pot setup. We don't have the separate burner to bring to the table or anything. And so hubby found one on a good deal. It's nice. It's a pot in the middle that's removable and the grill on the outside, so you can kind of do your barbecue stuff and grill at the same time. Yeah, we're waiting until we can get to the store and get a couple of pieces of meat to slice super thin and do that, and grill some and put some in the hot pot. It has a divided center, 2 different broths. I'm kind of excited about this. Didn't bring it in here to show. It's still in the box. We have not unboxed it yet because we just haven't had the place. We have 2 laptops taken apart right now on the kitchen table, which is why all I have is my phone and I don't have a computer to do any editing and stuff with. So yeah, but just wanted to let you know about that because I am looking forward to having some hot pot. Okay. Love me some hot pot. If you've never had it, trust me, you don't know what you're missing. It's shout out time, but I'll just whisper it. Shout out. I'm going to go with a little bit of a theme today. Now, before I do my shout outs, I think personally that talking about mental health is too stigmatized in society. I don't know about around the rest of the world, but I know here in the US, you know, if you actually talk about real mental health stuff and just not like, oh, that's my OCD kicking in or whatever, that it's, you know, oh, you can't talk about going to therapy and getting help and trying to resolve issues and try to make that part feel better. You know, if you break your arm or if like me, you're diabetic, you go to the doctor, you get treatment, you take medicine. Why is it any different for things that are wrong, perhaps with your actual brain chemistry? That's a part of your body. And not only is that a part of your body, it runs all the other stuff. So it's important. Now, I have had issues with depression mostly. Depression, anxiety, CPTSD. I've got a laundry list of stuff. Okay, and actually, my technical diagnosis, chronic recurring major depressive disorder. Broken down into layman's terms, that means I've got depression that likes to stick around. And it has been a lot better the past year or so. Because, for one thing, I finally went to therapy. That does help. I haven't been in a long time because, again, in America, mental health coverage is not that good. And I about bankrupted myself going to therapy when I was going a lot. There were some good reasons for me going a lot. And I don't want to have to add trigger warnings to this video. So, yeah. But I think that keeping a check on your own mental health and not stigmatizing other people for talking about it is pretty important. Now, here in the Crochet World community, we're a pretty small group. And most of the content tends to be positive and we try to lift each other up. But there are a lot of us in this community who deal with mental health issues of many sorts. Okay? So, and all of that said, because I wanted to shout out a couple of people today that I think are pretty important with this. One is Coping with Yarn. She is in the mental health field. And of course she does yarny stuff and crochet and, you know, just all that great stuff. And her hair, I'm jealous of her hair. It's beautiful. If you haven't seen her, you're going to check her out. Seriously. But she also does Mental Health Mondays, where she does a small little thing and it's generalized. It's something that anybody could be involved with and do. It's, you know, being able to be mindful and calming practices. It's, trust, you need to watch that. Another creator that I'm linking below and shouting out is, I want to make sure I get her name right because I'm really bad with mixing up the words, Manic Mama Musings. She puts out vlogs where she speaks her truth, and as she says, speaking my truth. And she talks about mental health struggles. She also talks about yarny things and crafty things and sometimes cooking and family stuff. And yeah, she's just a super awesome person. You should go check her out. I actually heard about her through Coping with Yarn. Lisa on Coping with Yarn. She does this thing on Sundays where she draws a name and she watches your channel and comments on all your videos, and it's super awesome. It's her way of kind of getting to know her people. Plus, you get some watch hours out of it if you need watch hours in this little world. It was fun to have her, commenting even on my really old videos from before I was doing crochet from several years ago. So yeah, but yes, check out Coping with Yarn and Manic Mama Musings, links down below. Tell them Debra sent you. Seriously. And I have a non-yarny shout out, which kind of ties into these other two. This is a channel that does not need my shouting out. She's got over 1 million subs. She is a mental health professional. She is a licensed therapist. Her name is Kati Morton. Now, she puts out so much great mental health content. She has long form stuff where it's like Ask Kati Anything, and it's like an hour-long thing, and it's also released as oh, for Pete's sake, released as like a vloggy thing where you can just listen to audio if you want to. But she has shorter things where it's just really good information and how to find out more. And, she doesn't do online therapy. She doesn't do any of that. But watching her content and learning so much from her gave me the courage to actually go to therapy back when I started going. So yeah, I've been watching Kati Morton for a while. Definitely worth a look. Because you may not have any issues right now, but you may have a friend who does. And this may be a way to learn a little bit more and maybe not point a finger. Instead of pointing a finger, lending a hand, But yeah, that was the end of my list for today. I want to thank you for coming by. I do have a couple of more things to mention. First off, if you want to buy me a coffee or a ball of yarn, I've got a Ko-fi link down below. I've also got my PayPal link down below if you'd like to support my little teeny unmonetized channel. Also, my Tuesday reviews list is down there as well. You can just click to the whole playlist, and you never know what you'll find on there. I review all kinds of stuff. Every Tuesday, there's going to be something. I invite you to come back, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye-bye.